My father started this business in '52, and I started working here since '75, and next thing you know, you've been here 42 years, and it's... I think I was like 31 or 32. I became involved just because of a couple people I knew, like Robert Fong and Rod Young, and they had this idea of building a gym. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea, even not knowing how big of a task it was. And our president at the time, our founding president, was Jerry Chong, and he's been in many organizations, and he started many organizations. So we were talking, and at the board meeting, I could remember he said it's important that you get broad-based community support for this project, and then the way to do it is to get organizations. And then we would list these organizations as they wrote us a letter of support. And so we went to a lot of meetings. I mean, a lot of organizations, like the Chinese American Council, the JCL, the Buddhist Church, Florin Buddhist in Sacramento. So when you went to like the city or to other people individually, if you told them you had this kind of support, it carried a lot more weight than just naming off, say, half a dozen people. So that's why we did that. So that was one of the legs, and the other leg was doing the basketball tournament, a way of just getting the word out that this was our goal and that's what the funds were going to come to, and then doing a crab feed and other, a golf tournament at the time, and other types of fundraising events, just to try to build up some capital, just so that we could do other things with that money. But the funny thing is, we were so tight, we just kept saving it, and people just donated on the board to kind of. You know, if something had to be done, people just kind of donated whatever it took, the funds to do it. I met a lot of people in government, city government, state government. Well, we have to start with like Jimmy Yee, the Assemblyman Mike Machado, Assembly Member Honda. Thinking back, even back to Isla Collins, you know, they're very supportive. Darrell Steinberg, Robbie Waters, those were the kind of the political people. I mean, you get to meet a lot of people from the other organizations, like, say, Sonny Chong and the Fat Family, Karen Cotton's parents. I mean, even just the people on the board, Don Lee, Eddie Fong, people I never knew before this project, and got to know, and I'd like to think, you know, became more than just this project, became friends. Yeah. We focused on the meeting with Mr. Sakopoulos because Jimmy Yee arranged this meeting. And I always felt, though, that because of the success of ACC and that he donated land to them, and then the relationship with Congressman Matsui at the time, we just had to show we were a real group of people, I think. At that meeting, he just listened for maybe 20 minutes, and then he turned and says, "I'll have Ryan get back to you," and they gave back. He says, "I will donate land," he said. And then in a month or two later, we rented 2 Suburbans, and the entire board went with him, and we visited all 6 places. And then we took about a month to decide which place we wanted, and we ended up at High Tech Court. After 4, 5, 6 years of it, people were starting to say, "Hey, this thing might happen," especially after the land was donated. They always say, if you could dream it, it can come true. If you really want to do something, and you put the time and effort for that goal, it could be attained, and even as crazy as this was.